The world never saw it coming. A seemingly harmless host of chemicals added to supposedly healthy foods. Foods you probably eat on a daily basis. And it's in the snacks and drinks you feed your children. No one sees it as a problem until it gets out of control. Hi, my name is Carrie. I'm a fat loss specialist from Wisconsin and have spent the last 12 months researching these silent chemicals in detail after years of struggling with my weight. Doctors and the top medical professionals around the world are finally starting to admit this is real. The president has even stepped in with a new bill to try and stop it. But by the time you see this video, it may be too late. But that's not even the scariest part. You see, governors like Deval Patrick of Massachusetts and Scott Walker of Wisconsin, along with the Dairy Institute, Campbell's Soup Company, and even the American Nutrition Society, joined the fight against the president's bill to keep this important information from you, all because it will affect their bottom line. It's a messy game of money versus health, but it's time someone finally pulled back the curtain to reveal the truth. So if you're serious about your health and want to live long enough to see your kids and even your grandkids grow up and create lifelong memories that they'll never forget, then please put away your cell phone and give me your full attention for just a few minutes. What you're about to hear may shock you, but it's time you know the truth. So let's get started. Back in the year 2010, data from the Health and Nutrition Examination Survey revealed that over 66% of adults were overweight or obese. That's 2 out of every 3 people. It seemed like everyone was gaining weight at an alarming rate. People were heavier than ever, and things weren't getting any better. It even started creeping in with our children as childhood obesity rates skyrocketed. Fast forward to the year 2013, and the epidemic got even worse. A study from Columbia University found that nearly 1 in 5 deaths is associated with obesity and being overweight, which is more than 3 times higher than previous estimates. And although some want to dismiss it, this epidemic is real. With people getting heavier every year, these numbers will likely go up. But how did this happen? Is it simply a case of us getting lazier, eating more, and spending too much time in front of the television? That's what the big food companies want us to believe. But it's much worse. A level of corruption, poor ethics, and desperation for money straight out of a Hollywood movie. You see, being overweight or obese wasn't a huge problem until around the year 2000. And when this problem really started gaining national attention, the media went looking for answers. All of a sudden, doctors, nutritionists, fitness experts, and even scientists were giving their opinion on why the world was getting fatter. So what was the answer? It all comes down to calories in versus calories out, the experts said. People were eating far more calories than they were burning, which means all those extra calories were being stored on the body as fat. It makes sense, doesn't it? You have to burn off more calories than you consume in order to be in a calorie deficit and lose weight. And since it makes so much sense, everyone believed it. After all, who are we to question the smartest doctors, scientists, and nutritionists in the world? We'd be laughed right out of the room. The authorities spoke, and we accepted it as the truth. And with the rise of technology, where TV, video games, iPhones, and iPads became must-have items, where you couldn't even go out to a restaurant without half the people being buried in their phones, it only fed the calories in versus calories out theory. We were spending too much time on the couch watching TV or playing with our phones instead of being active. All you have to do is exercise a little bit more while avoiding high-calorie fatty foods, and you'll naturally lose weight, they said. And for the most part, people agreed. Simply cut out the fat from your diet, reduce your calories, and losing weight becomes a whole lot easier. The low-fat craze was picking up steam, yet there was one sector that wasn't too happy: the big food companies. See, they used fat to flavor their otherwise bland foods and were pumping it into everything. Going low-fat and low-calorie could kill their business unless they acted fast. Everywhere, consumers were demanding nutritional information on everything from cans of soup, deli meats, and boxes of pasta. Restaurants even started adding it to their menus, so you knew exactly how many calories were in a Big Mac or a Subway sandwich. And throughout all this, the big food companies realized something. It didn't matter what was in the food. As long as the calories and fat were low enough while still tasting good, people were generally happy after all. Adults who were trying to lose weight started tracking their calories online religiously, assigned a point value to foods, and were making sure they stayed under a specific calorie limit daily. It didn't matter what they ate or the ingredients in the food. All that mattered was staying below their calorie counts for the day. You even had people skipping lunch and dinner so that they could have a few drinks after work and still stay under their calorie limit. It's like eating had become a numbers game where the quality of the food didn't matter anymore. As long as you stayed under your calorie limit for the day, you figured the weight loss would eventually come. Except it didn't. However, the big food companies noticed the trend unfolding right before their eyes, and so they did what any multi-million-dollar company who puts money first would do. They capitalized. But how can you make bland foods taste better by removing fat and lowering calories? They started pumping them with artificial sweeteners. Fake zero-calorie chemicals that are up to 600 times sweeter than natural sugar without the added calories. Soon, everything was pumped up with these fake sweeteners so people could still enjoy the foods they loved without worrying about the extra calories. Diet soda, zero-calorie juice drinks, low-carb ice cream, low-calorie fat-free yogurt, all of it to make you believe that you can still have your cake and eat it too. Who wouldn't want to lose weight while still having ice cream every night? And they started sneaking sugars and fake sweeteners into so much more than desserts and soft drinks. Just yesterday, I was making scrambled eggs and Canadian bacon for my daughter Elena and I. She's only 2 years old, and since I don't want her to get addicted to the sugary cereals, Pop-Tarts, and bagels, I went ahead with a healthier breakfast, only to look at the package of Canadian bacon, which I bought straight from the butcher and not some big grocery store, only to look at the ingredient label and see Splenda. That's right, they added artificial sweeteners to bacon. I couldn't believe it. So the next question is, how did these artificial sweeteners get approved by the FDA in the first place? Let's take a look at Splenda, which is also known as sucralose. Looking back at the patent registration, there's some alarming information that stands out. First, in the abstract for the international patent, Splenda was referred to as chlorinated sucrose, which is actually quite toxic. It gets worse. Mike R. Jenner, one of the inventors of sucralose, co-authored a report on the health benefits of Splenda with Samuel V. Molinari. Molinari is the research director for PepsiCo and owner of the NutraSweet company. He is also panel co-chairman of the International Life Sciences Institute. What is ILSI? According to their website, it's a global network of scientists devoted to enhancing scientific basis for public health decision-making. They work closely with the World Health Organization, WHO, and receive the majority of their funding and financial support through government funding, corporations, and foundations throughout the world. Some of their members include the Coca-Cola Company, McDonald's, the Kellogg Company, PepsiCo, the Kodak Company. So the big food and beverage companies are funding a group devoted to enhancing our public health. Yet no one ever questioned this. And in 1998, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, approved Splenda based on more than 110 safety studies. The problem is, most of those studies were done on rats or other animals and not humans. But the big food companies pushed it through anyways, and with the FDA approval, it was legal to pump it into whatever foods they wanted, while still marketing them as healthy. After all, Splenda has 0 calories. And now these foods have infiltrated our grocery stores. With 100-calorie snack packs, sugar-free fruit snacks, and low-calorie ice cream that labels as all-natural or heart-healthy, all because they have fewer calories. It's even in our bread, V8 vegetable juice, and healthy oatmeal. Now, it's a few years later, and people are finally starting to wise up. Doctors and scientists who aren't tied to the big food and beverage companies are speaking out on the dangers of artificial sweeteners. But with the marketing companies always a step ahead, these artificially enhanced foods may be here to stay forever. And on top of the artificial sweetener fiasco, there's still a sugar epidemic that's keeping us fat and overweight. Let's move up to March 17, 2015. The food industry is waging war with the Obama administration over sugar on food labels. What seems like a fairly modest change has turned into an all-out battle. The proposal being considered by the Food and Drug Administration would add a new line to labels on packaged products, noting how many teaspoons of sugar had been added. It seems like something you have the right to know about, doesn't it? However, the fierce objections weren't simply from the usual culprits like the candy manufacturers or soft drink makers. The governor of Massachusetts begged the administration to rethink its proposal, and the governor of Wisconsin protested as well. So did the government of Australia, which warned the move could violate international trade agreements. The anger over this bill shows just how many of our foods are infused with added sugars that keep you overweight, even when you think you're eating healthy. The FDA received 287,889 public comments on the plan, including many from major food corporations and trade associations. And the outrage shows how much is really at stake. However, the food industry reps say the plan is unwarranted. Currently, labels disclose the total amount of sugar in a product. It combines what's naturally in the food with what's added during processing. To them, sugar is sugar. It doesn't matter where it comes from or how it's added. The problem is, that's not true. Sugar from a blueberry is different than the sugar from a Snickers bar. Your body processes them differently. And what's really shocking is the different companies who are so widely opposed to the idea of separating natural and added sugars on food labels. Consumers already have the information they need to make healthy dietary choices, the Dairy Institute of California wrote in opposition to the administration's plan. And among their objections is the coveted secrets of the flavored milk industry will finally be disclosed if they have to reveal how much sugar is added to each carton. What that really means is that they don't want to tell you how much sugar they're pumping into the chocolate, strawberry, and whatever new flavors of milk they're selling. But milk is all about building strong bones for children and adults, right? The cranberry industry is also up in arms about this proposed new plan. They went as far as hiring the governors of Wisconsin and Massachusetts to personally address the FDA, stating that forcing the full disclosure of added sugar in cranberry products is unfair because, unlike other fruits, cranberries are so bitter that they're inedible without it. Yes, the company that sells cranberries says you can't eat them without sugar, and that their drinks taste awful unless a bunch of sugar is dumped in, completely ignoring the fact that plain cranberries and 100% cranberry juice is extremely healthy and even helps you lose more weight by removing toxic waste from your digestive system. It's hard to believe, but the fruit industry is also big business and only cares about their bottom line, no matter the consequences to your health. Then there's the Campbell Soup Company, who said that revealing how much sugar is added in their products could actually make people more overweight. Such information could confuse consumers by taking their focus off of calories, the company's director of regulatory affairs wrote to the FDA. Calories in versus calories out rears its ugly head again. It's the only thing left these food companies have to hide behind, after all. If we actually force them to use healthy ingredients in their products, they won't be able to mass produce them at such a high level, and their outrageous profits will go down just a bit, which would devastate them, even if it would drastically improve your health. And there are hundreds of other companies joining the fight against disclosing added sugar, like the American Nutrition Society. But with that name, wouldn't they be in favor of a plan that would be the health and nutrition of millions of people worldwide? Not when money is involved. See, the American Nutrition Society lists the Kellogg Company, Coca-Cola, and Dannon as their donors. Enough said. That one line on a label seems like such a small thing, said Deborah Balin, an analyst at the Union of Concerned Scientists. But not having it covers up a very big fact that the food industry does not want people to know. Things they want you to think are healthy are full of sugar. Even worse. When the Environmental Working Group analyzed 80,000 food products, it found that 58% had added sugar in them. Even deli meats, frozen fruits, and vegetables. So what is the end result to all of this? What effect do all these hidden sugars and sweeteners have on your body? Why are people sicker than ever? Why do people struggle to lose weight now more than ever, even with a gym on every street corner, low-calorie foods at every grocery store, and millions of workouts and healthy recipes online for free that anyone can use? The real answer might terrify you, like it did me. It's a health epidemic, and doctors are just starting to take notice. Even scarier, when you're infected, you may look normal and completely healthy on the outside. See, back during the low-fat craze, food companies were scrambling because they had always pumped extra fat into foods to make them taste better. But as the public started demanding healthier low-fat foods, they had to stay one step ahead of them. So instead of pumping foods up with fat, they used sugar instead. However, they couldn't just come out and say that. And consumers were starting to finally get smarter by checking ingredient labels. So what did the big food companies do to pull another fast one on the hardworking citizens? They hid all kinds of sugar in every food you could think of using fake names, like sucrose, dextrose, or aspartame. And that's just the beginning. They used over 60 different names to hide sugars and all kinds of foods that can be a serious health risk to you and your family. The truth is, if you've ever struggled to lose even just a few pounds, these hidden sugars found in hundreds of foods are likely to blame. Here's a simple test. Now, let me ask you. 1. Do you have 5 or more pounds to lose? 2. Do you feel drained to the point of exhaustion? 3. Do you have symptoms of internal gas, bloating, and cramping? 4. Is your belly rounder and softer than you'd like it to be? 5. Do you ever crave sugar and bread? Think about it. You weren't born with a sweet tooth. No one was. So don't you think all the added sugars in disguise that you've been eating for years without warning could be influencing your food choices and what you crave? It makes sense, doesn't it? After all, leaner people don't have the same cravings, and they probably were protected from these foods their entire life. That's why willpower and discipline are completely useless when it comes to losing weight. It's just a lazy excuse that fitness professionals use to explain why their clients aren't getting results. How many times has a trainer, nutritionist, or some celebrity TV doctor made you feel weak or completely worthless because you gave in and had a brownie or a bowl of ice cream after dinner, even though you were supposed to be dieting? It's happened to me, which is why I get so upset when fitness experts talk down to people like you and me because they think we're lazy, uncommitted, and don't want it bad enough. When the reality is, there's a war going on in our bellies that's dictating our every move. And if you've been deceived by the big food companies in their attempt to fatten their wallet at your expense. So now, let's talk about how to fix it. The good news is, even if you've been unknowingly eating these healthy foods filled with hidden sugars, causing you to pile on belly fat at a faster rate than normal, it can be fixed. You just need to know what's safe to eat and what isn't. And unfortunately, most people simply try taking the easy way out with some magic pill. So let's talk about that first. One of the more popular pills are called probiotics. Probiotics are live bacteria that's good for your body. They basically help replenish and build up your army of good bacteria in your belly. They keep your gut healthy, restore the balance between good and bad bacteria, and can even help you lose weight. You can find probiotics in food like yogurt, along with supplements, which provide large doses in tiny little pills. However, I don't know about you, but I've been burned by so many supplements and magic pills in the past that I don't trust any of them. Most of them are made up of cheap ingredients you can't even pronounce and do little to nothing with actually helping you get healthy and lose weight. Another option is to completely overhaul your diet. Remove all the processed foods, bottled drinks, and sugary desserts. But both you and I know that's easier said than done. If you could just turn off the switch and stop eating all those tasty treats, then you probably would have done it by now, right? And don't get me started on the doctors and fitness experts who look down on you from their high horse, making you feel worthless if you slip up and have some chocolate cake at a birthday party or a pizza for dinner when you're exhausted and don't feel like cooking after a long day at work. Plus, there's no way I'd give up my favorite foods forever, and I'd never ask you to either. Who wants to live in a world where you can clean up your diet completely and never get to go out to a nice restaurant? Or have a piece of birthday cake with a huge scoop of ice cream on your daughter's birthday? Plus, eating perfectly 100% of the time is completely unrealistic and will never last. It's like all the diets out there that promise unrealistic results and never work for you long term, because the truth is, your body was never meant to be put on a diet. The whole concept is so flawed, it's no wonder why millions of men and women fall on diets every single year. The good news is, you don't have to go on a starvation diet, or cut out all of your favorite foods, or waste hundreds of dollars a month on pills or supplements that don't do anything to finally flatten and firm up your belly. When you eliminate the so-called health foods filled with fake sugars, Your energy levels will shoot through the roof, while your fatigue and brain fog diminishes, leaving you more alert and focused with the energy to attack anything that comes your way. And when your stomach starts processing food the right way, you'll find that the extra weight around your belly, thighs, arms, and even excess fat on your face begins to melt away and firm up faster than you ever imagined. If you've been ingesting artificial sweeteners, sugars, or antibiotics more than a few times in your life, then you've been fighting an uphill battle with your weight. Which is actually exciting because imagine how you'll look and feel once you have this nasty problem under control. No wonder you can never lose weight as quickly as you'd like in the past. You're not too lazy. You do not lack willpower and discipline. And you definitely do not need to try any harder. You might just be the victim of clever food marketing from million-dollar CEOs that slowed down your metabolism and clogged up your digestive tract, which you could never see or feel. However, once you get it under control, your sugar cravings will start to fade away. Your body will start burning fat for energy, slimming you down right before your own eyes, until every last ounce of unwanted belly fat is gone. And hopefully by now you realize something that's extremely important. If you're overweight, have a few pounds you'd like to lose, or are simply frustrated with how you look and feel every day, then you need to know it's not your fault. You may be suffering from a few extra pounds caused by foods you thought were healthy without you feeling a single thing. Let's face it, exercising more and eating less is very difficult to stick with. And even though you've probably been to the doctor plenty of times over the years, they never mentioned a thing because they aren't experts in nutrition. You've been left suffering through miserable ups and downs with your weight through no fault of your own because no one ever told you about these hidden sugars and chemicals found in everyday foods that could be taking over your body. So please don't beat yourself up if you've been struggling to lose weight and nothing ever works. All those diet and extreme exercise programs don't address this issue, which is why they rarely work long term. Look, my number one goal with this free presentation is to help you. So if you're still confused about what foods may be pumped up with these hidden sweeteners that feed your cravings, here are the top 3 you should completely avoid at all costs. Number 1 is diet soda and zero-calorie drinks. Look, I get it. You have a can of Coke that has 140 calories and 39 grams of sugars, or a Diet Coke that has 0 calories and no sugar. Seems like a no-brainer, right? The problem is, Diet Coke contains aspartame, which is 200 times sweeter than sugar. And as an artificial sweetener, your body has no idea how to process it. It's like a foreign substance that can make you crave more sugar and sweets, even though it's a healthier option. Number 2 is low-fat or fat-free yogurt. Listen, I used to be a huge fat-free yogurt fan. You'd see all the commercials of lean and fit men and women enjoying a nice light cup of yogurt. And since there are fewer calories and fat in the light versions, that's what I went with. Until I realized they were chock full of artificial sweeteners like sucralose and aspartame. And here's the most important thing. Full-fat yogurt, especially Greek yogurt, is very good for you. It contains a lot of healthy fats that give your body energy and keep you full longer while killing your cravings. However, the low-fat light versions remove all the healthy fats and leave you with a tub of fake chemicals and sweeteners that isn't even real food anymore. Your best bet is to stick with plain, full-fat Greek yogurt and enjoy the creaminess. Number 3 are the sugar-free desserts. It's easy to get sucked into these because what's the biggest problem with desserts? All the sugar. But when you replace that sugar with artificial sweeteners that have been linked to diabetes and weight gain in both adults and children, the benefits of the sugar-free ice cream and brownies are gone. Hopefully the information I've shared with you here today will help you. But before I wrap up this presentation, I want to share one last thing with you. See, over the years, I've started doing a little trick that helps whenever the struggles with my weight become too much to handle. Instead of crying or burying my face in a pint of ice cream, I started doing a short and simple trick that's made a huge difference. Over the past few years, I've kept a journal of my deepest and sometimes even darkest thoughts. It's what I say to myself that I don't want anyone else to hear. Some are the excuses I tell myself when I can't lose a single pound, no matter what. Some are insecurities I have that eat me up inside. And some are completely irrational thoughts that pop in my mind, make me feel like a terrible person, but for some reason I can't stop them. Anyways, I started sharing these personal thoughts with a few members of my local weight loss group, and I couldn't believe what happened next. Men and women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, people who I knew and have been friends with for years, started breaking down in tears because they felt the exact same way and were shocked that anyone else felt their same pain and frustration. It was like a therapy session where you let everything out on the table and feel amazing afterwards, like the weight of the world has been lifted off your shoulders. And since it was such a positive and powerful moment with my weight loss group, I wanted to share some of my deep personal confessions here with you, so you know you're not alone. If you find yourself nodding along, or if you've ever had at least one of these same thoughts, then you know you're in the right place. Here are my deepest, darkest confessions. I follow all the rules, but I still can't lose the weight. I'm just getting old and my metabolism is slow. It's genetic. There's nothing I can do about my hormones and weight loss. Don't you have a weight loss pill you can give me? I've tried everything to lose weight. Maybe I need to accept myself as fat and give up my skinny clothes. Nutrition strategies that work for others don't seem to apply to me. I lose 5 pounds and then I regain 7. It's so frustrating. I constantly feel like I'm just passing time until I fail again. I only buy clothes to cover myself, not to get dressed. I confess I'm afraid if I lose the weight and someone doesn't like me, I can't blame it on the fat. They really don't like me. I scan a room to see if I'm the fattest person there, or how I compare to the other women there. I don't mind standing out as the only thin person in a room, but I hate being the fattest. I don't think I look good in anything I wear. I'm angry that I have to work so hard to keep my weight in check. I automatically feel inferior to any thin woman. I automatically feel safe with any overweight woman. I will go out of my way to not stand next to people who are smaller than me, as in the people mentioned above, in pictures or even sitting next to them in a group setting where I'm convinced others will see me sitting next to someone tiny and svelte and notice how huge I am in comparison. I live in a neighborhood that I swear is full of nothing but skinny joggers. Those are just some of the thoughts I've gone through on my weight loss journey, and hopefully if you ever thought anything similar, you realize you're not the only one. And it's the super secret motivation that kept me going even after doing all this research and realizing that all the diet and workout programs out there are destined to fail you because they don't for a second take into account how busy you are. And as I already mentioned, this huge problem isn't going to resolve itself because it seems like even the healthiest foods these days contain some type of added sugar or sweetener, which keeps your belly bigger and softer. And taking a daily probiotic could help you if you find the right brand that actually does what it claims to do, although with most supplement companies, that just doesn't happen, however. If you do end up finding a probiotic that is highly regarded, can fix your gut, and actually fulfill the promises on the front of the bottle, my guess is it's going to cost at least a couple $100 a month, without any guarantee that it'll actually work. And sure, you could completely overhaul your diet, clean it up, cut out all the junk, and make a promise to yourself to eat clean from here on out. However, after the excitement and energy of starting something new wears off, you'll be stuck eating the same bland and boring foods day after day. And the truth is, you do not have to go that far. I mean, who wants to live in a world where ice cream, pasta, and a big juicy cheeseburger with salty French fries are banned forever? That's why, when I began this journey over a year ago, I wrote down everything I did, even the stuff that did not work, so you know without a doubt exactly what to do to flatten your belly. And after finally burning off the fat around my belly that hadn't budged in years no matter what I tried, I took all the secrets, tips, and tricks that worked for me when I was over 35, after having kids, after going through the painstaking heartache and stress from daughter and husband spending a total of over 30 days in the hospital, after giving up for good on every diet that never burned an ounce of belly fat, and other potential deathly life-stealing diseases. In fact, if you told me a few years ago that having a flat and firm belly would get easier after age 35 and having kids, well, I would have rolled my eyes. And if you would have told me that I would be a fat loss specialist and have the opportunity to help hundreds of thousands of men and women all over the world see a slim and firm belly after 35, well, I would have just laughed out loud. But after experiencing such amazing results from something so quick and easy, I knew I had to get this simple step-by-step flat belly formula into the hands of as many people as possible. Specifically, busy adults like you who are frustrated with that ugly-looking excess belly fat that won't go away and who are tired of suffering through restrictive, expensive, and time-consuming diets with zero results. Because the truth is, belly fat is not only deadly, but I've seen it steal the lives of so many men and women who are terrified to go out in public and live a normal life because they feel like they're being judged whenever they step in a room. That's why it's so important for you to do something now, so you never have to feel self-conscious ever again. You can live the life you were destined to without ever worrying what anyone else thinks of you. Maybe it was my maternal instincts, but I felt morally obligated to share the truth, so you can slim down and discover the real you that's been hiding for years. That's why I organized all of these fat-burning secrets into an easy-to-use, done-for-you belly slimming system, so you can finally see the flat and firm belly you desire. I'd like to introduce you to Slim Belly, the #1 belly slimming system for women and men to visibly see a slim and firm belly at any age without starving or suffering through long, boring workouts. The Slim Belly secret is specifically for men and women who haven't been able to see a flat and firm belly no matter how hard you try, and are tired of going on all these popular diets that never produce any real results. Which is why going low-carb, sugar-free, fat-free, gluten-free, or even paleo never works long-term, because none of those diets address the main problem at the source. If this sounds like you, and you'd like to lose your belly and see a slim and firm midsection at any age in the fastest, most delicious way possible, then Slim Belly isn't just the solution for you, it's the only solution for you. You'll get the exact morning protocol you should use first thing when you wake up. It's simple, takes less than 60 seconds, and will give you a big boost of energy to start your morning. Most people give up their morning coffee and lattes because they no longer need the extra caffeine boost after doing this simple belly slimming trick before breakfast. And that's exactly why it will help you visibly see a flatter and more firm belly, even when nothing else has worked in the past. The magic is all in the unique combination and selection of all-natural herbs, spices, and minerals and foods that are jam-packed with belly slimming super nutrients, vitamins, and minerals your body has been craving. To stop weight loss dead in its tracks while leaving you frustrated and angry, wondering why nothing ever works for you when it does for everyone else. That feeling of frustration will finally be gone for good. And best of all, I've already done all the work for you, so you have a quick and easy-to-follow template that tells you exactly what to do each day. This step-by-step Slim Belly blueprint is a perfect fit for you if you're tired of never losing weight and suspect there's something wrong with your body. You've struggled to lose more than 5 to 10 pounds in the past. You hate being confused and figuring things out on your own and would prefer a simple blueprint that shows you exactly what to do for a flatter belly. Believe there's something secretly wrong with you because what works for everyone else never works for you, and there has to be a reason why. Now, let me tell you what the Slim Belly system is not, just so you know exactly what you're about to experience. This is not another starve-yourself skinny diet that kills your metabolism and makes you feel miserable after the first day. It's not an exhaustive workout program with dangerous joint-killing exercises that make you feel worse instead of leaner and more fit. And the good news is, you don't have to count calories or eat bland diet foods to see a slim, attractive midsection after 35. You do not have to work out every single day. That's right, you don't have to destroy your knees, hips, and back with running, cardio, and insane workouts. And you absolutely don't have to starve yourself. No. You, me, and countless men and women just like us have tried all those things in the past and they've never worked then, so why should they now? All you need is a simple solution that heals the inside of your body so you can look amazing on the outside with a sense of self-confidence that's been hiding deep down inside you all along, finally ready to be unleashed on the world. And from this moment forward, you will have the exact step-by-step Slim Belly blueprint to replicate their success so you can finally see the slim, firm, and attractive-looking midsection you desire at any age. This passionate research revealed the powerful belly slimming herbs, minerals, spices, and foods from some of the healthiest countries in the world that have the lowest rates of obesity, belly fat, cancer, and heart disease to finally heal your gut and flatten your stomach. Listen, I've got to be totally honest with you so there's nothing left to chance. If you're looking for yet another quick fix gimmick that promises magical weight loss results without doing anything, or if you're looking for this week's celebrity fad diet that results in massive amounts of rebound weight, something you already know will never ever work for you in the long run, then please just close this page right now because this is not for you. This is only for women and men who are ready to stop looking and hoping for miracles and start following a satisfying step-by-step system that's proven to deliver enjoyable weight loss while slimming your belly for life. You and I both know that there is no such thing as the easy button where you get everything you've ever wanted for nothing, but I've made this as easy as it gets. This belly slimming system is a realistic blueprint for getting you a flat and firm belly that works. If that sounds like you, and you're finally at that place in life where you want the real answer to consistent weight loss, and if you really want to see the fat come off your belly in the fastest and safest way possible, and you're ready to finally see the slim and firm belly you desire without starving yourself or spending countless hours working out, then the Slim Belly system isn't just a solution for you, it's the only solution for you. And if you want to see even faster results, I've included the 3-minute flat belly bursts that are made up of low-impact movements which burn fat and sculpt lean muscle without ruining your joints, knees, or back. And each 3-minute burst boosts your fat-burning metabolism, protects your joints, and provides an incredible amount of energy. Most people think you need to exercise for 30 minutes or more every single day, when the truth is, I know you may not have time for that, which is why all you need is just 3 minutes to improve your health right in your own living room. And when you add these 3-minute flat belly bursts with the Slim Belly Secret Blueprint, you'll start seeing a flatter belly when you look in the mirror after all. You'll finally be healing the inside of your body, which no one talks about and is the main reason why we have such a huge weight problem here in America. Now, there's one last thing that I didn't mention. See, there are literally hundreds of foods out there with hidden sugars and sweeteners. So I put together a secret guide of all my best shortcuts, along with the 5 worst fruits and veggies for a flatter belly. You'll discover exactly what foods they want you to think are healthy, but instead are pumped full of artificial ingredients and sweeteners. I'm not a religious woman, but think of it as your Bible that you can carry around on your phone so you'll always know what foods to avoid, even if they're labeled as heart healthy, sugar-free, doctor approved, or some other bogus marketing term that tries tricking you into thinking they're healthy. This guide has been a lifesaver for me, and especially my 2-year-old daughter and newborn son, because so many of the food marketing as healthy to children are filled with complete junk, putting our children in danger every time we sit down for a meal or snack. So not only will these secrets keep you and your children healthy, they'll completely change your life, and soon your best friends and neighbors will be beating down your door, demanding you tell them everything you know as they look on you with envy. You can finally flatten your belly without starving yourself or spending hours in the gym every single week doing exhaustive exercise that only wears you down. And you can finally look and feel your absolute best on the inside and out with an amazing body transformation that even your worst enemy would admire. No more feeling self-conscious or instantly judged the moment you walk into a room. No more nights of crying yourself to sleep because you hate how you look and feel, even though you're trying harder than all the skinny people combined. No more hiding in your house away from the world because you're afraid of what people think when they see you. You can solve all these issues a lot faster than you think. And the best part is, you don't have to break the bank for some expensive supplement that promises miracle results without any work, which you and I both know never works. Now, before we go any further, I want to do something that most people are afraid to do. Hopefully you got some great information here today. So I want to share with you every single cost that it takes to keep this free presentation running online for you to see. My website hosting costs $250 per month. My distribution costs $67 per month. And my virus protection costs another $49 a month. So in order for this once-in-a-lifetime solution that includes the Slim Belly Secret System, the 3-minute flat belly low-impact routines, and the worst fruits and veggies to avoid, I'd need to charge $137 for the #1 belly slimming solution in the world. And to be honest, even at that price, this would be a complete steal. After all, your improved health will also save you thousands of dollars as you age when you no longer have to rely on expensive medications or hospital visits, because you'll be healthier than people half your age. And since you'll have direct access to me for as long as you'd like going forward to help guide you and answer all your questions, I'm sure you'd consider $137 for a lifetime of good health to be an absolute steal. However, after doing all this exhaustive research over the past year, this isn't about money to me. It's about helping you finally lose the weight that never budges no matter what you try. It's about helping your children, who are our future, grow up in a world where kids are vibrant, energetic, and healthy, instead of getting fatter because of hidden ingredients in foods that were only created by the big food companies to make more money, instead of making our children healthier. And more importantly, it's about helping you transform your life and your body inside and out so you never have to worry about something like this ever again. Which is why I've decided to do something really special just for you. If you say yes to the Slim Belly system right here, right now, you'll pay the heavily discounted price of just $67. So you can finally start burning fat again without giving up your favorite foods forever or wasting your time with back-breaking workouts that are extremely dangerous and unnecessary if your goal is a flatter belly that's more firm to the touch. Now, before you jump on this, I want to do you one better. I'm so passionate about transforming the inside of your body to look amazing on the outside, and since no one is really talking about this, I want to make it a total no-brainer for you. So if you take action right here, right now, you won't pay the heavily discounted price of $67. Instead, you'll get instant access to the #1 belly slimming solution in the world for a one-time only payment of just $37. In order to receive this one-time only discount and to start feeling lighter and slimmer with an extreme sense of self-confidence to match, click the Add to Cart button below and you'll be taken to a secure order form that looks like this. Once you've entered your information, you'll receive complete and instant access to the #1 belly slimming solution to melt away every last ounce of stubborn fat on your body faster than ever before. And you can access everything from your computer, phone, or tablet. Everything you need to finally flatten your belly is just the click of a button away. Now, I completely understand that you may feel skeptical, and I know this may sound too good to be true, which is why I want to take 100% of the risk off of you and put it on my shoulders. See, I truly believe you should get 10 times the value on your investment in the Slim Belly system, which is why if you take action today, you'll receive a complete 60-day, no questions asked, 100% money back guarantee. If you don't feel like you got 10 times the value that you invested in this one-of-a-kind belly slimming system, then simply send me an email and I'll give you a full refund with no questions asked. Get started right now and apply the Slim Belly secret as early as tomorrow by clicking the Add to Cart button below. Now, I've been 100% honest with you during this entire presentation, so I need to share something that may hurt. You see, the truth is you're at a crossroads right now and you only have 3 options. Option number 1 is to simply close out of this website and leave. Chances are you'll forget everything you learned here today and you'll go back to living your normal life, where the same problems you had yesterday, a month ago, over a year ago with your weight will keep holding you back as you get older. And since most doctors aren't nutrition experts, they'll never mention the real problems in your checkups, even though it could be the only thing holding you back from the body and life you desire. While your risk of diabetes, obesity, and even cancer gets higher and higher because of all the hidden chemicals in everyday foods that you've never even heard of. Option number 2 is you can take all the information you learned here today in this free presentation and try to apply it yourself. You can do the months of research to determine what common everyday foods are filled with fake chemicals and sweeteners that harm your belly and make weight loss nearly impossible. However, if that's your plan, then wouldn't you have done it already? Wouldn't you have figured this all out years ago so you can start living a healthy life with an amazing body and flat belly to match? And let's be honest, if this is your plan, life will eventually get in the way like it always does. Something more important will come up and you'll be stuck in the same state of frustration that's been keeping you from achieving the total body transformation you secretly desire. Or you can go ahead with option number 3, take the easy way out, and use the simple system I've laid out for you. This isn't some 6-month diet or year-long workout program like they make you sign up for at the gym. It's just a simple morning routine to flatten your belly and finally activate your natural fat-burning cycles that have been like tires spinning in the mud for years because of all the fake chemicals in today's healthy foods. This step-by-step system, along with the 3-minute follow-along videos and the secret guide that shows you what foods in the grocery store are chock full of belly-fattening sweeteners and chemicals that you must absolutely avoid, is extremely easy to follow and removes all the guesswork and confusion. And remember, you risk absolutely nothing because you're backed by my 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So you could even go through the entire program, and if you still don't feel like you got 10 times the value of what you paid for, I'll be happy to refund all of your money without any questions asked. Simply click the Add to Cart button below, and you'll receive instant access to the #1 belly slimming solution in the world. The decision is yours, but only those who take action get life-changing results. To a full, healthy, and happy life, I'm Carrie Waller. Are you still here? I understand. We covered a lot of information today, and you may still have some questions that I haven't answered yet. Here are some of the most common questions people ask about the Slim Belly system. Question: I've invested a lot of money over the years in workout and diet programs, yet none of them worked, and I'm still overweight. Is there something wrong with me? Answer: No, there definitely is not anything wrong with you. The truth is most programs are extremely complicated, require too much of your time, and are completely unrealistic to stick with long term. That's why I made the Slim Belly system so simple and easy to use, because the best solution doesn't matter if you can't stick with it. Question: Am I too old for this to work? Answer: Definitely not. All you have to do is make a belly slimming elixir first thing in the morning to revitalize and rejuvenate your health. It's so simple, anyone at any age can do it. Question: Do I need a bunch of equipment or a fridge full of diet food to get started? Answer: Absolutely not. You do not need a single piece of equipment or any special diet food to get started. All you need is a positive attitude that's focused on getting the results you desire without letting anything stand in your way. Question: What happens after I click the Add to Cart button? Answer: Once you click the Add to Cart button below, you'll be taken to a 100% secure order form page. Once you enter in your information, you'll receive instant and immediate access to the entire Slim Belly system, along with the follow-along videos and bonus reports. You can download all the manuals and videos straight to your computer, tablet, or phone so that you can use them as often as you like. This is a one-time investment in yourself, and you will never be billed again. Question: How does your money-back guarantee work? Answer: I wanted to make it as easy as possible for you to get started, so I took all the risk out so you can test it out on me. If you go through the program and realize that it isn't just for you, send me an email and I'll be happy to provide you with a full refund with no questions asked. Question: Carrie, I'm ready to make a change. What is the next step? Answer: I'm so excited and I can't wait to help you crush your wildest weight loss goals. The first step is to click the Add to Cart button below, enter your information in our 100% secure order form, and you'll receive instant access to the entire Slim Belly program. plus a quick start guide that will tell you exactly how to get started toward your new slim and sexy body, starting right now without any confusion. And with my 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose and an exciting, youthful life to gain.